Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the different combinations of water and sunlight that you can give a plant and what will happen. So we already know that plants need sunlight and water to grow. We learned that from our SciShow video. So I've got some picture examples of what would happen if we planted plants and then gave it sunlight or water. So in this example, we didn't give it sun and we didn't give it water. You can see they're both X'd out. And so in week 1, it hadn't grown yet, but then in week 2, it still didn't grow, and in week 3, it still didn't grow. Okay? Plants have to have sunlight and water in order to grow, and since we didn't give it any water, nothing grew at all. So the seed is still in there waiting for us to make it a good environment for it to grow. In our next scenario, you can see we put it in the sunshine, but we still didn't give it any water. And you can see week 1, nothing grew. Week 2, nothing grew again. And week 3, nothing grew again, because plants have to have water. So even if we put it in the sunshine, if it doesn't have any water, it won't grow at all. Okay? And in our next example, we gave it water, but we did not give it sunlight. So in week 1, it hadn't grown yet. In week 2, it started to grow, but you can see these plants are kind of sad looking. They're a little yellow. This one's kind of white in color. That means that they aren't really healthy. They're not doing well. And in week 3, you can see it grew a little bit more and it got some leaves, but it's still looking really sad and droopy without water. Or sorry, without sunshine. It has to have sunshine in order to eat. Okay? And then in our last example, if we gave our plant water and sunshine, week 1, it would be growing its roots underground, just like we learned in our video. In week 2, we might see something like this, where it's a little poking out of the ground, and you can see this plant looks a lot healthier than the last one, right? This one's green, its leaves are, standing up. And then by week 3, we would have a really nice looking plant. We'd start to have some leaves, maybe some extra sprouts at the top. It would look really good. Okay? So, plants can grow without sunlight in this example, but they won't do very well and they won't last very long. They really, really need sunlight and water in order to grow nice and strong and healthy.